Good day, sir. This is my demonstration and submission for the week 4 async activity. So my calculator app project is on the desktop. I have some files that I don't want to be seen on the side. That's why there's a desktop files folder here. And then the index.jsp and the helloservlet.java are opened in the workspace. So like the lesson from last time, I changed my title to calculator with my initials in it. And then this heading is a makeshift screen for my calculator. Then in the form, I just changed the variable name from the discussion, but kept note of them for the hello servlet to process. And then for the operations, I used the select drop-down menu instead of a radio because I only have to declare the name once. And then each option just needs to set the value. Unlike radio, I'd have to put the input type, name, and value over and over again. So as you can see, the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulus are here. I just used the remainder because that's what I got used to in elementary. And then the submit and reset buttons are also here. And then some CSS has been applied, some fonts, decoration on the div, the screen, and then the text boxes. Also the drop-down menu, just the font, and the buttons themselves. Shout out to w3schools.com and UI Gradients for helping me with this design. So for Hello Servlet, taking note of the names used here, which are form first num, form second num, and operation, they will be placed into the variables first num, second num, and operation. And as discussed, in the form, these values are a string. But when we initialize these values, their data type is int. So in the discussion, it was discussed that this method, integer.parseInt, will convert whatever is in its parameter to be converted into an int. In this case, it's our form first num parameter and the form second num parameter. And for operation, this is the name of the select. So, like the discussion, I used multiple ifs. I did not use a case like Adrian suggested, but it follows the same logic. And then I also used the operation accessors as required in the assignment itself over here. The numbers have been placed in the parameters to represent the first num variable and the second num variable. So this is for addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulus. So I deployed my web app on the local server because GlassFish kept on giving me errors. And I already ran the server beforehand so that I may demonstrate my calculator quickly. And here it is. Yay! The backdrop is in gradients so that we can distinguish my calculator from the rest of the web screen space. And here is the marquee moving. This is the H1 header. And then the text input, text field 1, text field 2. And then to select the operation to be done to the two numbers. So, time to demonstrate. So, first number, I'd say 3. Then second number, I'd say. If I wanted to add this, the expected output result is 7. So I submit. So the sum of 3 and 4 is indeed 7. So the add num method works. Now for subtraction. For this, I'll try to reset it. Oh, it works. Yes. So for subtraction, maybe, and then the second number is 2. So if the calculator were to perform subtraction, 5 minus 2 should be 3. Let's see. Okay. The difference of 5 and 3 is 3. 5 and 2 is 3. Now, maybe 10 and 2. Now I want to perform multiplication. If the calculator is right, 10 times 2 would be 20. And indeed, the product of 10 and 2 is 20. So far so good. Now, maybe 7 and 1. If I were to perform division on these two numbers, 7 divided by 1 should be 7. Let's see. And yes, the quotient of 7 and 1 is 7. Now for the last operation, the modulus, maybe 9, and then the second number. If this is the case, the remainder should be 0, because 9 divided by 3 is 3 with no remainder. Let's see. And indeed, the remainder of 9 and 3 is 0. With a bit of a typo there. And that's been it for my submission and demonstration. Thank you, sir.